to school can be a difficult time for divorced parents. With shared responsibilities, it does take more time to make sure things run smoothly. Here with some tips for the start of the school year is attorney and author Gabrielle Hartley. Welcome, Gabrielle.
Thanks again, Alana.
So it's back to school week, and the first day of school, especially kindergarten, is huge for a lot of parents. If you're divorced, newly divorced, what are some good approaches to figure out who is going to take the lead on that special day?
So typically, if you already have an agreement, it will tell you very clearly whose day it is. But even if an agreement specifies that one parent does drop off and another parent does pick up, you can always do something that works between the two of you that deviates from what is written. But if it's not healthy for you guys or for your kid to all be together, do everything in your power to create a peaceful, pleasant environment for your kid, especially on the first day of kindergarten or at college drop-off, even though they're 17, 18, or even 19 years old. It's a hard time for a lot of families. You want to take a step back so that your kid can go forward.
What about things like permission slips and address forms and classroom procedures? What parent should take the lead on that, or should there be a conversation around that?
Yeah, so there should, in an optimal environment, there'll be a conversation and there will be protocols. Whenever I mediate or work on an agreement, I make sure that there's specificity around these things for many, many couples, just so if something goes awry through the school year, there's something to look back to. But generally today, most of the schools, especially in Western Mass, will allow you to list two primary homes if there is a shared parenting plan or a shared custodial legal agreement. This is not the kind of thing to get really bogged down in. And the other thing you can do is there are these amazing co-parenting apps such as FAYR, which is F-A-Y-R, which is you can just upload the calendars right in there, and then you have a shared calendar right there. So if a piece of paper comes back, for instance, in your kid's backpack, and your school doesn't have notifications going out through an email blast, you can just take it and screenshot it and upload it right into an application, and that way it's right there. That's what I like about these applications, rather than sending an email. Yeah, it's really convenient.
And also, if you don't want to necessarily speak to your ex, it's a good way to upload the information and disseminate it without having to get on the phone and have an awkward conversation that might not end well.
That's right. Yeah, so the main thing to bear in mind is, while things can't and typically won't always be smooth, even in the best of circumstances, it's how we navigate those bumps in the road. A lot of families get very bogged down on the idea of too many transitions for the kid, especially coming off a summer vacation where they've maybe had longer chunks of time. But if you stay calm, your kid is going to gravitate toward that emotion because it's going to feel better inside their bodies and inside their minds. And it's going to work out, and you're also modeling good behavior even if your ex isn't acting the way you wish he or she would.
What about school supplies? I mean, it may seem like a little thing, but I can imagine parents maybe getting frustrated if one buys something and then the other bought the same thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. School supplies, or when the winter comes, I already bought boots and they cost more money, What I would suggest is, if you can, again, on one of these apps like the FAYR app, or if you're able to navigate with each other over email, to create a list so you tell each other. Communication is key. If there is a lack of communication at the outset and you cannot return things, I would suggest that you hold back what hasn't been used, and then you can use it either in the mid-year refresh or you can use it at the start of the next school year.
Gabrielle, thank you so much. What great advice you have.
Thank you so much.
Don't forget to see this story again. Visit our website, mymassappeal.com.